back again with the boys in blue. As you may have seen from various social media platforms, I've finished on the motorsport job for the season and have rejoined my old chums at Broughton's Transport down in Melksham. This morning we are heading for Belgium, and I thought I'd bring you along on the trip specifically because today is the day of Storm Ciaran across the south coast of England. Dover port has been shut, cross-channel ferry sailings have been cancelled, various other things are going on, but as I said, I thought I'd bring you along just to show you what happens and what's happening. So yeah, stay with us. We're just about to join the M4 down near Newport, and our first obstacle may be the Severn Bridge, but we shall see. Here we are approaching the Severn Bridge. The windsock is blowing about a bit, but it's not sort of straight out. The radio said there was slight delays, but I would guess that would just be a speed limit in place going across the bridge. But there does seem to be traffic flowing both ways, and I've seen nothing on any matrix boards yet saying that it's shut or whatever. Welcome back. We've made it across the Severn Bridge okay, no problems. Just had to go nice and steady, obviously, with the slightly higher wind. Not really bad though, I've been across it and it's been worse. It is lashing down as predicted. They've said that the worst of the weather is down in Sussex and Kent. Thank you very much. I'm headed to Kent. Dover has just reopened probably an hour or so ago now, but they're already saying that there's horrendous queues. I'm guessing that a lot of the traffic will have tried to go on the train or diverted to the train, so that is also likely to be heaving. I'm just coming up to 2¼ hours driving, so I've had a good run so far. I do need some fuel, and the services are in about 10 miles probably. So I'm going to nip in there, fuel up, which should see me out and back to the UK on this trip. There's twin tanks on this Scania, and the AdBlue does, well, it's saying I've got 55% AdBlue, so just over half AdBlue left and 1,000 miles, so it's probably a 2,000 mile tank, so bags of AdBlue. Yeah, I'm going to nip in there and get some fuel, and then we'll continue on our way down to Dover. I'll show you a bit further when we get down. There's likely to be some good stuff to see, or not for me, some queues and this, that and the other, but we'll see how we go. Catch you in a bit. There's a sign you don't see very often. Oncoming vehicle, it says. I would sincerely hope there's not an oncoming vehicle on the M4, but they do seem to be slowing all the traffic down on both sides of the motorway. I don't know if they're taking everything off there, are they? Well, I need fuel anyway, so I think what we'll do is pull into the services here, get some fuel, probably put a bit of brake in, and hopefully by the time we come out this kerfuffle will have died down. Let's hope nobody's doing anything daft or getting hurt. Right, well, we fueled up and got a free coffee actually, but it was pretty lousy coffee. Yeah, at Reading Services, and when we came back out, sure enough, the oncoming vehicle had oncoming and gone, which was hopefully okay for everybody involved. We're now round on the M25, as you can see. it's normal M25 traffic, just going through the roadworks. I've just over an hour left and I'm going to head to Maidstone services, where I can finish break and I can do a bit of shopping, pay through the nose for some snacks and drinks out of the I think it's a Marks, no, it's a W. Smith's there, isn't it? But yeah, get ripped off there. So other than that, not a great deal to report. It has said there's been some trees come down, though nothing affecting us, so hopefully everybody's okay throughout the world and we can get down to Folkestone in good time. I'll show you anything that crops up, but in the meantime, catch you in a bit. Well, this looks like the start of some fun and games. Sat-nav saying in 3/4 of a mile there's a 84-minute delay. The matrices are showing, as you can see, 50, congestion, stay in lane, blah blah blah. It's also saying the M20 shut between 8 and 9. One of my colleagues has just told me that they're putting out the holding lanes, which I'm guessing will be like Brock for Portadover and the tunnel, etc, etc. So my plan is hopefully to get through here pretty sharpish, but oh, it went down to 68-minute delay and it's popped back up to 72 minutes, but it does say it's a bit further on, so it's slightly moving. Anyway, yeah, the plan is to get through this into Maidstone services, fit in a brake, and hopefully by the time I come out, the holding lanes will be in place and the M20 will be reopened and I can carry on through. Admittedly, I'll have to move into the holding lanes, but at least I'll be able to carry on that way, or that route. Maybe the 25 going round is more of a delay than the 26 that we're coming off on here. Yeah, it looks like we've got
continue on M26.
Yeah, we might do alright here, you know, for the services. So it looks like we've got the all clear, the national speed limit sign up above us. You'll see in a minute. Whilst the people carrying around the M25 up towards the M1 and 11 northbound, they're the ones facing more of a delay. My sat-nav does still say I've got a delay. It's trying to make me avoid the M20 because of the delays that's on it. But I'm actually, because I haven't programmed it into the sat-nav, sorry, I'm waffling a bit here. Because I haven't programmed into the sat-nav that I'm coming off at the services, it's trying to take me off and avoid the delays, which is I suppose it's doing its job. It's the right thing to do. But anyway, there was a sign there saying 19 miles to the services, so I've got 34 minutes, hopefully without delays. I'll make it through to the services and I can get my shopping and do my break in there, like I said. Anyway, stick with us. Well, sat-nav was pretty accurate. It said it said there was going to be a delay, but it has. Well, the delay is here. It has moved slightly, in that it's saying it's now another 3.5 miles until the delay, but the delay has gone down to 29 minutes. So hopefully we can get through here, as I say, and still make the services. Fingers crossed. Right, the traffic's not eased at all, and I've only got 15 minutes left to do about 20 miles to the services. So rather than get an infringement, I'm I've pulled over here. I know it looks like I'm on the hard shoulder. I'm actually it's a bit safer than that. There's a lot of lorries queued up on the hard shoulder just a bit further back, but I've pulled onto the hard shoulder of a slip road, and the slip road behind me, you can see it just finishing there on the motorway. Where's the camera? There, you can see that's the end of the slip road. So I'm on the hard shoulder of a slip road, if you like. So I'm well off the motorway, and it is extra wide because, again, as you can see here, the chevrons are sloping that way. So I'm well off the road. So before all the haters start saying stuff, I'm in what I consider to be a safe place, and it's safe to stop. I'm not blocking anybody, I'm not causing any obstruction. There's a load of trucks behind me that's increasing all the time, and to be fair, if I went to the services, I'd probably either not find anywhere to park or take up a space that somebody would be able to utilise more than me. I'm only stopping for 30 minutes. They could be stopping for the night or whatever, and it's probably fairer doing what I'm doing. And as I say, it's perfectly safe. I'm absolutely convinced of it. Anyway, we're going to have 30 minutes here. I don't know if you can hear it, the fridge has just kicked in. We're going to have 30 minutes here, and then we're going to continue our journey down to the tunnel. You join us after we've completed our break, and as you can see, Operation Brock is in place, which means that we all have to queue to get down to the Channel ports. DFDS are running Dover to Dunkirk. P&O are not running at the moment, so there'll obviously be backlogs there, and there'll still be people trying to get on the train, I would think, as an alternative. It's currently showing 186 minutes, so over 3 hours delays going this way, but I guess that's because of standing traffic. But it is what it is, nothing I can do. I'm sat in the queue, it's slowly moving. Well, here we are in Operation Brock. Policeman there, not doing a great deal. He did stop the vehicle in front and check his paperwork, but didn't check mine. So this is freight only. All the cars are being diverted by the A2 and M2 apparently.
Continue on M20.
But it still says I've got 166 minutes of delays, which is nearly 3 hours. So we'll see what transpires.
M20 is closed.
Well, you can probably see the blue lights just flickering in the back of this trailer. They're asking everybody for their paperwork and what they're doing and where they're going. Let's just say I've been told to stay in this queue for the train. So that's where we're at the moment. My sat-nav is saying 104 minutes delay, which is an hour and 3/4. So it has come down, but we've got 5 miles of queue here, so I suppose it just depends how we go on there. Not a great deal we can do. Thankfully I started fairly late this morning, and I've got spread over and a long driving day if I need it, but some of these guys are they're going down the outside lane, but apparently they're getting stopped further up, and it's pretty obvious that most of them are trying to get you know, get on the train or the ferry sooner. That is the ferry lane in fairness, but some of them may be trying to dodge back across. But apparently they're not being allowed, and they're being fined and then sent to the back of the queue as well, which is the last thing you need. So, but yeah, they're the police are sort of going along the trucks and taking details and all the rest of it. So, last thing I need is for them to scupper my plans. Well folks, after sitting in Operation Brock for just short of 3 hours, time was ticking on, and they eventually released, apparently they were releasing 50 trucks at a time to go down to the boats and the train. But at that time, it was coming up to about midnight, and according to the tunnel, it said it was an hour to check in, which would have taken it to 1:30, and then 2 hours to cross, which would have taken me to 3:30, which is already an hour and a half over my spread over. So we found a little side road in Ashford and stuck it down there, and I sent a message to the boss saying we can go again 9 hours from now. So far, I'm not to go. I'm not to go over my spread over, or you know, I've avoided infringements, so should be okay. We'll see how tomorrow's going. How tomorrow goes. Hopefully, the backlog will be gone, and by the time I get going at about 9 o'clock or just after in the morning, the ferries and trains and everything will be running smoothly again. So that's a bit of an insight into the day of Storm Ciaran and how it's affected transport. The load I've got on should be in Belgium tonight and would be transshipped tomorrow. Here's another one of ours, onto vehicles going to Italy and various other destinations in Europe, and obviously now that isn't happening. So that's the effect it's had so far. Anyway, catch you later.